Good evening, everybody. My name is Laura Henry, and I'm from London, the UK. The very first time I came to a World Forum was in 2009 and in Belfast. I was very nervous about coming because I was coming by myself. I didn't know anybody in the World Forum, but now I think I know probably over 100 people around the world directly from the World Forum. And the reason why I was quite nervous about coming, because 2 months before the World Forum, unfortunately, my dearly beloved grandmother passed away, and I was very close to her. So I was very emotional on one hand at the loss, and I was still grieving, and I was sitting on the fence thinking, will I still actually come to the World Forum? Because there was a lot of work things that I had cancelled because it had a huge impact on me. And even though I lived in the UK, my grandmother lived in St. Lucia, that's where my family are from, and she died at the ripe old age of 101. And I was fortunate enough, and my son's here with me, some of you have seen him, and when she was 101, we went over to St. Lucia for her birthday, and she said to all of her friends, oh, you know my Laura, she works with children, you know. That's very important, you know. And but my gran also too, she was a seamstress, and when she lived in the UK, she also used to look after children, so she was like a home-based childminder. And I think I probably subconsciously picked up a lot of her ways in terms of how she was with young children. And that very first World Forum that I attended, I came across Lillian Katz, and some of you probably know Lillian, and I was staring at her, and I said to her, I'm really sorry for staring at you, but bizarrely so, you look like my grandmother. And I told her the story, and therefore Lillian and I had another connection, because Lillian said to me, although I'm based in the UK, in the States, I was born in London. So we went through that thing, whereabouts, and actually we went to the same primary school. So Lillian now calls me her elementary school buddy. So that was another connection. So I think for me, the World Forum is about building relationships, connecting with one another, and I'm going to use the word love as well, because I've made so many good friends, and from that I've traveled, I've been to India, Dubai and Singapore, doing what I love in terms of spreading the news and the passion that I've got for the little people in the world. And so that's my story. And I was in the peace building group today, one more thing, and we talked a lot about telling stories. And even if you're not speaking in one of the workshops, come along, connect with everybody and tell everybody your story, because it was from me telling my story to Lillian and others in that first World Forum. That's what made me feel connected to everybody on an international level. Thank you.